See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, welcome to Red State Update. My name's Jackie Brawls.
Folks, people, hi, it's your good friend Dunlap. I'm here with my good friend Jackie Brawls. And Jackie, you got a good friend today?
I got a good what?
It can be me if you don't have a good... I would say
good friend.
I'm their good friend and you're my good friend. Who's your good friend? And it can be me if you don't have anybody else.
And just, we're on here doing it together, so, yeah.
You can say I'm your good friend. Nobody's going to get jealous or nothing, I don't think. I mean, you're not saying I'm your best friend.
No, I ain't saying
Somebody
that. No,
might
not
get
at all,
jealous.
no. No, you're the person we get on here and talk on the thing, yeah.
Your good friend, Dunlap.
Well, huh?
Your good friend, Dunlap.
Oh, you?
That's me.
Well, yeah, we're on here, so yeah, let's do it. Go on, let's talk, let's do it.
Your good friend.
Well,
Two
yeah,
good friends just talking on here.
If you say so, yeah.
Was that you agreeing with me that I'm your good friend?
What? We know each other. Yeah, we get on here to do this all the time. Once a week, once every two weeks,
friends.
3 weeks. Yep. Well, yep.
Long time good friends.
Well, we get on here, we discuss the things, the events of the day, try to talk a little bit of politics, try to talk a little this, a little that.
Yep. Just like
some people who do that.
Friends.
Some people who do that get together and talk about the things happening in the world, good, bad, all of it. Friends do that. Yeah, they do get together and do that. Sure. So I can understand why you
sure do.
Why you might think yeah. But we're doing it on here for all of our friends that are listening to us, even though we don't know them personally, hadn't met them necessarily. Some of them we may have talked to, some of them we may have met, but a lot of folks hadn't had the opportunity yet. But we do appreciate our listener friends, each and every one of you. Thank you for being on here and hearing what we got to say. Two fellas who do talk like friends, for sure. They definitely do talk like it because of all this stuff. Talk about the world and everything, But yeah, we want to thank all of our listener friends. Appreciate your friendship. Appreciate you listening here. Appreciate the ones that go over to the Patreon page. Be talking to y'all later on 20 extra minutes. Y'all get that. Looking forward to talking to all our listener friends over there. So let's do it. It's time to get started. It's time for Red State Update. Let's go.
Well, it means a lot to me, Jackie, just to hear you admit to our friendship. And it is time to get going.
Well, I was telling all of our listener friends that we appreciate them. Yeah, sure.
Yep. It really does my heart good to hear you say that. And you're my good friend, too. We're two good friends doing our Good Friend podcast. Time to get going.
We're
Let's
doing
go.
what friends would do. We're doing what some friends do. Yes, people get together. We don't have to. The thing about this, though, is we don't have to be at the same place. I don't have to see you. But I know some friends call each other and talk about things. So it's, I guess, like that. But we're on a computer, so I could see how people would think that. Yeah, sure, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing about being two good friends like we are is that time can go by, a week, 2, 3 before you get together to do another podcast and talk about things, and you pick up just like you never stopped talking. It's like you'd been just doing a podcast nonstop forever.
Well, yeah, that's for sure.
Two good friends.
Well,
it's like no time had passed at all.
Well, I mean, other than things getting worse and worse, having talked about something else awful every time, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's a good marker
Yeah.
for how much time has passed is how much worse things are.
Yeah, it gets bad. Speaking of which, well, our hearts go out to our neighbors here in Chattanooga and to our friends up there in Philadelphia, and we want to go ahead and apologize for the next 4 mass shootings that happen between now and whenever this thing goes on the computer. Just go ahead and apologize. Not apologize for it. I didn't do it, but just give our thoughts and prayers best we can do.
We should just stop naming the cities and just say, hey, we sure are sorry for the victims of the latest shooting, and then people will just think, oh, well, they're talking about, the one that happened here or there or wherever.
Sure. Yep.
It just kind of covers all the bases. We just start with a land acknowledgement, only it's a mass shooting acknowledgement. We sure are sorry about everything that happened. Thoughts and prayers. All right, Jackie. Trump is dumb.
Well, yeah, that's for sure, yeah.
Or however we'd kick it off.
Well, we can kick it off that way. He sure is stupid, yeah.
Yeah, no, okay, that's a good one. What an idiot.
Yeah. Excuse my language, but dumbass, what I say. I used to call him president dumbass. I used to call, I wasn't used to say, and then I also used to say president. Excuse my language again. That's the only time I'd get the cut. Unless I hurt myself. You hurt yourself, everybody says something bad, usually. I don't care. Best preacher in the world. Never said nothing. If you hit his toe, big toe with a hammer as hard as you can, he'll be doing more than praying, I'll say that much. But don't do that. I'm not encouraging anybody to do that. I'm just saying, when you use, everybody said a language every now and then, it slips up. But he was the only president I ever had. And I wanted to get mad sometimes at Obama, and I sure as wanted to get mad at that Clinton. But I tell you what, I didn't call him president. Excuse my language, shit. And I didn't call him president dumbass. Excuse my language again.
Were you telling people not to hit a preacher in the toe with a hammer?
No, I said don't do it. I was telling them not to do that. I didn't say go do. I didn't. No, I was saying everybody. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It ain't good, but I'm just saying the best preacher who never curses. If you hurt yourself somehow, sometimes it'll slip up. You say a bad word here or there,
Hey, some of them don't. Some of them just go, oh, well, I'll be.
No.
Some of them are so in tune.
No, it depends on how bad you get. That's really, I guess, I brought up a hammer on a toe as hard as you can.
And don't hit no preachers.
No, I'm not saying you should. If he did it to himself accidentally, that's what I mean. I didn't mean anybody go do it. I'm just saying when somebody gets hurt, when the Pope gets hurt, who I'm not even trying to say anything bad about it because I think he's thinking about retiring. I don't think he's doing that great. But I didn't mean it that way. But even him, when he was healthy as could be, and, stubbed his toe or whatever, I'm sure underneath his breath he had to, I'm just saying, people, it'd be an Italian, so it wouldn't even affect, we wouldn't know what he said to begin with. Yeah.
There's probably a list of Southern Baptist leaders in the newspaper that you could hit with a hammer on a toe, and people would be like, well, that was all right, but you still shouldn't do it. But you could probably get away with it.
Well, I tell you right now, that I don't know if you saw this new report come out of Southern Baptist, I need to apologize right now because I said something about the Pope, and I wasn't even trying to put those two. I swear I wasn't. I wasn't trying to go two together there. But the Catholic listeners and Catholic people here, Murfreesboro Catholic town, you been an apology because as far as, my main concern with Catholic Church has always been covering up years and years of sexual abuse with children. That's one of my red lines. I don't like abusing children any which way. And, they got a history with it, long history. But it looks like Southern Baptists, they got a long history, too. I mean, we always know it kind of goes on, but it looks like they've been covering up and, doing that for some time now. Just as, they ain't been around as long as Catholic. They ain't got the experience that the Catholic Church is, but evidently they've been covering up a lot of stuff. People try to report it, and they'll go in there and talk to somebody and say, yeah, well, we told the higher-ups. We already reported. I told him. Well, he abused me and this. And yeah, I know, and it's awful. And we've told all the proper authority. All we can do about it now is pray. That's all we can do. Hell with that. Some of them, those are the only preachers I think if there's a hammer nearby, but I ain't going to do it.
I was talking
That's
about
it.
Now, if a preacher drops a hammer on his toe, like let's say he's
Accident, yeah.
fixing maybe he had to fix a window or a fence. I can't imagine that, but let's just say there's a preacher.
Some preachers say, they try to, even if they don't know how to do that, they feel like, well, I got to go over here and do something and keep him in the church, act like I'm doing something. They may try, they're more likely to hurt the toe doing that. But, some have to put on.
They do a thing with like, well, we're building a building in the back, a food hall. We're going, whoever come help. We do it every Saturday morning and Wednesday evening. And really they're just hoping like the 3 contractors will come out and do it. But the preacher's got to show up there and act like I'll put this board up. People are like, just let me do it.
Yeah.
And then when the contractors leave the church, they say, but I built that whole damn back building back there too. They don't give a damn what I say.
Well, that's what I mean right there. When they get mad, some of them will cuss too, yeah. Don't have to drop something. He starts off with the damn, and then by the end of it, he drops something. You're going to hear more on his foot.
There may be somebody out there that's never cussed once.
Well, there's some people that can't talk, or mute or whatever, so yeah.
But Trump sure is dumb. He's so dumb, he's probably going to go to Georgia jail. I don't know the details of that story, but that's how a Burt Reynolds movie starts.
Georgia jail. They go, somebody
Georgia
coming
jail.
over to put you in Georgia jail. Burt Reynolds said, well, what if I secretly work for, I'm not a rat.
That's just white lightning. It's just white lightning.
That's just white lightning, yeah, pretty much, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Bo Hopkins, rest in peace.
Yes, we lost Bo Hopkins, fine actor. A lot of good movies. I always enjoyed him. No longer with us. God rest his soul, and our thoughts go to his family. Did another actor die? There was somebody else passed away. I mean, always somebody passed away, but you know what I mean? Somebody that... If it comes to me, I'll bring it up.
Like flies.
Yeah.
They always dropping like flies, because used to actors was a thing. People would go see actors in TV shows and movies. And now it's just, your cousin on TikTok is what people watch, doing a dance or whatever. So all the actors are getting on up there in age because nobody's going to see them. Maybe Thor. But all the other actors aside from no, he's still living.
Oh, good. I like Thor, yeah.
It's like Marvel actors, and then all the other actors are 70, 68, something like that. 69.
Clint Eastwood, 92. 92, cowboy, yeah.
That's the median age of a well-known actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there was somebody else that died, Jackie, but I don't know. There's a lot of people dying lately, so...
It's hard to keep up. Everybody dying these days, yeah. Whether celebrity or not, yeah. I tell you something, it's going to be probably a little confusing to keep up with because I barely can now. I think it's coming up on Thursday. It's when the January 6th, remember them, January 6th Commission.
Now, what was that? That was just people getting together to celebrate.
I think it's Liz Cheney. Just say Liz Cheney, and everybody knows what that means, I think, pretty much. That's the only person on there that people seem to... Oh, Liz Cheney, she don't like Trump. That's right. January 6th Commission, her and some Democrats, and kids of the Burr. I would try to learn to pronounce his name, but he's going to be voted out by midterm, so what's the point? Good for him. The two Republicans on there, good for them, but still, I'm sorry. I just don't see the point of taking time to learn it. Anyhow, so they're coming out with all the findings, and some of it is starting, and all this stuff is going to be this coming Thursday. And I tell you what, they're going to be serious about this. They're really trying to get this to the American people, because this ain't going to be like, on the news, seeing the C-SPAN. No. Prime time, they said. This going to be prime time. Everybody going to be, got the TVs on, watching the January 6th commission. Yeah. So we'll, they going to come out, they're going to do it good, and I'm going to try to keep up with it all, best I can. I don't know if they said, of course they it's prime time, so you're trying to get people to tune in. So they say, they're going to be some surprises in this. I said, really? Going to be some surprises? President told a bunch of people to tear up the Capitol, and they did. I don't know. I guess there's some surprises before, maybe some after. I don't know. But anyhow, come Thursday night, prime time. About all America going to cozy up and get close to the TV, turn it on, and listen to the soothing sounds of Liz Cheney and whoever else is on it. You going to be tuning in prime time and watch that, Dunlap?
So I don't even know really what a prime time, I guess, sounds like it's 100 years old. Like nobody's even watching television anymore, so I don't know what they're talking about. Prime time, like who cares? Like it's on after Friends. Like it's 30 years ago is what you're talking about, prime time. The only people who watch television know what prime time is are all in their 70s and 80s and enjoy insurrection. So they'll be watching on Fox News to see how, good it all was. And isn't that what they're saying anyway? Bobinger? I'm just turning to you. Bowringer? What's her name? Bowfinger?
Bowfinger.
No, it's not even her. It's Stefanik in New York.
Stefanik.
She said,
yeah.
I mean, come on. She said that they're gonna rule the day. They're gonna have all the good stuff on TV, showing how it's gonna be a good day for them.
Counter programming is what she says. Good Republican counter programming to the insurrections, finding and whatnot. Prime time, at night time. Now, wasn't that pirate divorce show? That was daytime, wasn't it? Didn't everybody watch it?
People watch stuff on reels. Nobody gives a shit. Oh, we're gonna put this in prime time.
Making that now prime time. Look out, here it comes. Can't escape this. Yeah, nobody look at the regular TV. No, everybody look at the thing on the phone, the computer, the Flex thing. Yeah. Flex wouldn't even carry it. You could try to sell that to Flex, to Disney, and all that. No, we're not interested in that. We got there's going to be some surprises. There's going to be some stuff you didn't know about. That's all right. They got Star Wars. Never mind. You can just read whatever surprises are the next day, right? They come in for whoever still reads.
I guess it helps them feel like maybe it'll make a difference being on at 7 instead of 3.
Have you seen some old folks? I'm worried about half of them falling asleep. You're up. What time is it? You got to put the videos on. Show all these people what happened on January 6th.
Well, he shouldn't make fun of them. We should be happy they're doing it. Probably better if they were doing it like at 11 a.m. We'd be like, well, who the hell is going to watch that? So good.
No, I'm glad they're doing it. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I just don't know who's going to watch or if it's going to make a difference. But it needs to get done. We pick on Liz Cheney a lot, but good for her. make it worth the while. You're going to lose the election. So, go out in style. Go out how you want to. Do it upright. Yeah. I guess something that's coming out of that, which I guess in any other circumstance before Trump, it might seem a little bit alarming, a little bit strange. Certainly, through American history and whatnot, it'd be hard to get back. Maybe Civil War time. I don't know. I ain't a scholar or nothing. But I guess the chief of staff of Pence had to go to the Secret Service. And this is before the 6th. I think this is on the 5th day before. And had to we have a serious threat. We're concerned about the vice president. We need to come and report that. Oh, where'd you get that? Yes, thank you. You're doing the right thing with the Secret Service. That's what we're here for. Where's the threat coming from? The president. Oh, well, I guess that makes things a little tricky. Let me go to my superiors. We'll try to figure this out. Good luck.
Pence is going to try to run, right? He's going to run for president.
That's going to be. Is that going to be the best debate ever? Pence, Trump, DeSantis on the stage together. I guess Cruz will be up there, won't he? Wouldn't he be there too? Why would he not join in on the fun? Lindsey Graham, Cruz I think, had enough of it.
Cruz is always in these straw polls. Even if he's not at the top is Ron DeSantis, and then Trump, and then third or fourth is Ted Cruz. And this one, they had one in Colorado today, I guess, over the weekend, and it was DeSantis beating Trump in these informal straw polls, and then Ted Cruz way down. Ben Carson.
Where's Pence on?
Sanders. Pence did not make the straw poll. I don't know if he was included. I don't know how they do it. If they say, here's who you can pick from, or if they're just saying, who you like. So yeah, DeSantis, and I don't even know if they knew about him going after the Special Olympics when they had this straw poll. They could really, he may have gone up a lot.
Oh, yeah.
In the straw poll, if they knew. That he went after, this is kind of smart. When he goes after, the Tampa Bay Rays, they posted something after the school shooting, and they were like, guns, I don't know. Or it wasn't even that strong. It was like,
no,
we got to do something. It's time to do something. And then he vetoed funding for some sort of training thing. And that's, but a lot of people are like, should we be giving baseball money? So that's kind of smart. He goes after Disney. And people on every side can be like, and you forget about the scary part of him just every time somebody says something that he don't like. Would the Special Olympics have a vaccine mandate? Is that
well, I don't know if you're familiar with the Special Olympics. There's some people with some health issues concerning the Special Olympics, even more so than regular sports. They had you had to have a mandate. Everybody make sure you're vaccinated before we compete, just so everybody's, nobody going to get anybody sick here, like anywhere else, whatnot. But no, that's not how DeSantis sees it. No. He sees it as those poor, underprivileged Special Olympians that refuse to get vaccinated, who I guess there are some, I don't know. He's saying Biden's preventing them from competing.
Which is like, after you say you're just on Twitter, it's like, what if DeSantis going after the Special Olympics? This is going to look terrible for him. But everybody who likes DeSantis is seeing it presented as he's helping the Special Olympics athletes compete by making the Special Olympics lift its coronavirus vaccine requirement for athletes and staff members so they don't get a $27.5 million Fine.
Everything was set to go until he saw about the mandate. Yeah, he gonna fine them $27 million. The hell you are gonna mandate in the vaccines?
So yeah, you can't. Do not. I mean, that's the thing where it's like, oh well, businesses. Now he's part of what the conservatives say is that business will not dictate to us. Nobody's going to dictate. You used to be like, well, we got to keep the business. Nah, nothing. They do whatever they want. Like, they're not going to tell us. With their woke ideology.
Yeah, say something that the government don't like. They're coming after you in Florida.
I don't even know what this is on his Twitter, which God help me that I wound up here. In Florida, we're fighting against Biden's intentionally destructive policies, which is what we would say about him. They just flip it around. Like he's going crazy. He's just doing he's going to make Florida pay all them taxes for screwing Disney over. Like all these things. We're like, why is he screwing his state? But they say that about Biden. And then they look at us like, why are you voting for Biden? You're paying $90 a gallon for gas.
You can't
Biden's
even
intentionally destructive. Do what?
Can't even feed your babies. Biden. Why the hell would you vote for Biden?
He's saying Biden is denying school lunches for states that refuse to implement woke gender ideology in the schools. So they're saying everybody out there is just begging to be who they are, not get hurt for doing it. They flip it to where we're forcing all this on them and we're hurting kids by doing it. Super dangerous. Super fun. Super good times for Ron DeSantis. He's only 43 years old. How can you become such a huge asshole in that amount of time? I would figure he has to be at least
have to work
49.
on it for a while. Yeah. Yeah.
Some people are just gifted, I guess.
Him being a butthole for sure. Yeah, he's doing a good job of it. He's out doing the biggest butthole in the country. He ain't had an insurrection yet. What is it about he's trying to install secret police? Is this just something? I can't believe nothing on Twitter's either, but they say trying to get his own police force in Florida or something like that.
What?
Election police or whatever. This DeSantis.
Oh, the election police. Yeah, I do think that's true.
Yeah.
Basically, he'd have two police forces, I'd say.
Well, case. Yeah, he already got one. Yeah.
Just have an extra one.
How many does he need?
As many as he can get. Yeah, he's tweeting. Now, there was a Special Olympics athlete who, his wife is Casey DeSantis posted, "This is what standing up for your rights is all about. Isabella will now be able to compete in the Special Olympics because Governor Ron DeSantis fought their vaccine mandate, which is illegal in Florida, and won. Let them compete." He was doing it for Isabella.
So by fighting, you mean threatening, right? It's basically, he didn't fight. He just said, if you go do this, I'm going to do this to you. I mean, I guess that's a fight, but it's a threat. It don't even get to the fight part.
Yeah, I'm just gonna close this page. I'm just gonna click right off there. There we go. That's better. I feel better already.
What'd you do?
I just closed Twitter.
Oh yeah, I hurts my eyes. I can't look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't need to be on there anymore. I'll just click off of there.
Thank y'all for joining us here on Red State Up today. We appreciate you being here. There's a lot of other stuff you could have chose to do, and instead you listen to us. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you could be doing anything. Washing your car.
Well, you can still listen to this while you wash your car. Some people say they go to work, listen to it. Some people say they do, So, no, I think it should be something that the option should be something that you can't be listening to us. That's it. If you can wash your car, listen to us, so be it. Do it. You don't have to listen to us while you wash your car, but it just doesn't seem like you could be washing the car. Well, sure, you could be washing your car, but you could also be, have the headphones on or earplugs in, whatever it is, and listen to us. Somebody's probably wetting the car right now. Or washing it, or shammying it, or shimmy, however you do it. It's been a while since I washed my car, my truck anyway.
Rain.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're having fun washing your car. It's good to get it clean, polished up, beginning of the week. And I hope we helped make washing your car a little easier on you.
We sure hope we didn't make it worse. Like, I'm trying to wash my car. I got to turn this off. Hope that's not the case with any of you. Or any of your household chores. We don't want to hinder you.
You might have a loud hose.
Loud? That's all the pressure, isn't it? I mean, how's a hose loud? If you got one of them spout on it or whatever on the thing, that's loud. If it sprays or whatnot, you don't have to. You can just take that off, and the hose should just be regular sounding, shouldn't it?
Well, I don't know everything about everybody's hoses.
Well, you just said it was a loud hose, so I don't know what that means. But anyhow, never mind. Hope your hose ain't loud. Hope your car is as clean as it can be. Hope you do the best job washing that car. I hope you enjoy listening to us. If you have to turn us off while you wash your car, that's fine. We're going to be here when you get done. Turn us right back on. Go about whatever chores you need to do. Get it done. Get it done. Don't procrastinate over it. Just think about, I need to get that done. I need to listen to Red State Update. I can do both at the same time or not. Free country. Free country. Still, hold on to what little freedoms we got left before they take all the guns away. They ain't gonna take no guns away. No, I was kidding. They ain't gonna do that. We appreciate y'all listening. We also appreciate, I think I mentioned them earlier, our special friend listeners that go over to our Patreon page. Couldn't do it without you. Y'all's what keeping us going. We paying for the computer. We're paying for what you put it on the cash, Chachi cash, all of it, wires and microphones, you name it. We appreciate every bit of your help. Some people go over and give us $1. That's more than I ever thought anybody'd ever give me for anything. So we thank you for that. And there's some of you that give us $5 or more, believe it or not. And the least we can do for that is give you 20 extra minutes of our time and energy. And it's waiting for you over there at our Patreon page. We can't thank you enough. Like I said, you help keep this podcast going, and us are talking, and the computers are running. And I tell you something else that keeps this whole dog and pony show up and running. That's local sponsors. That's right, local sponsors here, Tennessee. Tell you what, we know good place to eat. Tell you what, no good new theater to check out, a new show to see, a new product that you got to get a hold of. If you don't get it, you're going to be the only one in town that ain't got it, and you got to get it. You just got to get it. And how am I going to find out what it is? Well, you're going to hear about it here on local sponsors on Red State Update. And I got a good one for you. today, my personal sponsor, and I'll be completely honest here. Let everybody know I am involved with this particular sponsor. I do have an investment in it. They have an investment in me, if you want to look at that way. And it is Persuasion, website, magazine, leaflet, whatever it is. Persuasion. And little old Booty Man Bird, yes, that's me, Jackie Rose, a.k.a. Booty Man Bird's going to be flapping, shaking, all kinds of tail feathers, everything else in that Persuasion website magazine leaflet. It's going to be like a big photo shoot. It's coming. I had fun doing it. It's supposed to be out last week. It might have supposed to been out the week before that, but they pushed it back. It's still coming. As long as it's still coming, well, that's going to be my sponsor. They give us $25. They give me a little more than $25, I'll be honest, but that's for me personally, for my modeling services. So that money just stays in my pocket. I take $25 out of that, and it helps with this. But some of that, I'm telling you what, it ain't a whole lot of money, but it helps a little old man like me. It sure helps me out. That Persuasion money, it comes in handy. I'm going to tell you it does. So I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the Booty Man Bird fans out there. I get the emails and the messages and the letters and everything, and I appreciate it. My attorney, my pro bolo attorney, going to be Meatmeyer with Meatmeyer and Peach Ball. That's a law firm, Las Casas. He's little Meatmeyer's son, but he still works there. He still works at Government Meatmeyer. He's saying I get so many letters and fan things and cards and things that he goes through them, and he said, I pick out the best one because you don't have anything to do. And I said, well, I'm an old man up in age, retirement age. I probably could sit around and go through them myself. I said, no, I'll do it for you. Let me go through it and show you the best one. I said, well, that's fine, but seriously, you don't have to do that. I figure you have other cases. There's other things you got to be doing. I looked through my own family, and he said, no, I won't save you trouble, and, but so he's trying to save me all sorts of trouble. Bless his heart. He's really turned this costumed bird career of mine, turning it around in a lot of ways. I don't know if y'all heard last week, he got me these things, and I lost faith. I have to be honest. I lost a little faith in Government Meatmeyer because it did not go over well. I went to it was a furry family festival. I was a guest speaker at Finding Your Fredentity, and people were not happy to see me. There was a couple. There was a squirrel and a rat, a possum or something. I can't remember what it was, but they bless their hearts, they were kind enough to give me a ride home, give me some hearties on the way there. But everybody else inside, no. They were not happy to see Booty Man Bird. No, I was expecting to get up and shake my tail feathers, make everybody happy, but no, they were feathers ain't fur. They had signs of screaming and hollering. Anti-feather fur is what they said they were. They said, you ain't got no head, then you ain't no fur, whatever that is, and I guess I'm not. And I left. I was, well, fine, if you're going to be like this way. Usually if I go somewhere, whatever kind of place it may be, and everybody there's a genuine butthole and treat me, disrespectfully, I've lived a lot of years on this earth. And I ain't saying I deserve a lot of respect, maybe just a little bit for the joy and pleasure that I bring so many people. Not on this thing here. I'm talking about Booty Man Bird, making the kids smile, making the parents laugh, and making the parents say, thank you for being a good role model for my child. There's so much filth and dirtiness out there. There's nothing better. There's a place I can go to see an old man dressed like a bird bend over and shake a rear end and say, booty, 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 and something just that the children I can get behind sharing with other children. And I said, well, that just warms the old man's heart, and it does. So I appreciate all of my fans out there. I can't thank you enough. And if I'm missing some of the mail for whatever reason that Gumby Meatmeyer don't give me, I'm sorry I missed it. Hopefully I'll eventually get it. Keep sending the cards and the well wishes. It just makes an old man feel good inside. It sure does. And I tell you what, I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of new friends this coming weekend. And I have to thank Gumby Meatmeyer. He turned around. I got faith in him once again. He got me set up for these things. I'm going to be, listen to this. The last time I was just a guest speaker. Well, this time at this function, I am well, I should say Booty Man Bird is, the Grand Marshal. That's right, I am going to be the Grand Marshal at the No Head Feather Fair. That's right. They say they're looking forward to hearing me. I'm looking forward to going. Happy to be there, whatever that entails. Whether you hear me say booty, 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 or they ask me questions, or whatever it is. Whatever a Grand Marshal does. I always thought Grand Marshal, is that a parade? I always thought that was a parade. Isn't that what that is? Grand Marshal Parade?
Yeah, is it not a parade?
It's a fair. Is there
Maybe
a parade
they have
at
a
the
parade.
Maybe.
I'd wear
I don't know.
comfortable shoes.
Well, I got to wear the bird feet. I just got to wear what comes with it, which if it's fine. I don't do so much walking as I do shaking tail feathers for the most part. And if it is like
You never been a
Never been a what?
Grand Marshal before.
No, I ain't never been a grand. Where would I have been a Grand Marshal at?
I don't know. I mean, so you might have to do more walking is all I was trying to say.
Well, if it is, turns out to be a parade, which I don't know if that's what it is. It says fair. If there's a parade at this fair, there's a float I can probably sit on. I'm guessing. I'd hope. Or a car I can ride in the back. A lot of people ride in the back, wave. I mean, there's only so far I can go in these bird feet in this outfit. And,
I'd look into it. I don't know.
Well, I'll ask him when I get there. I figure if I'm a Grand Marshal, I may have a little say in some of this, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't want to go there and start demanding things. But if they're going to ask me to walk 5-6 miles, it ain't going to happen unless you want Booty Man Bird did a shaking tail feather laying out in the middle of the street. You're going to need to get me something to ride on, which is, I don't see how that'd be a problem, because if it's a parade, there's going to be things in it to ride on. Just let me sit on something. But again, not my place. I'm happy to find out what's going to happen there. And right after the No Head Feather Fair, we're heading over to the Bird Body Only Gala. The Bird Body Only Gala, I am going to be a speaker there, but a special speaker, not a guest speaker, a special speaker at the Bird Body Only Gala. Looking forward to being there. I'm telling you what, I'll be honest, last week I was wondering, how long can I keep this up? How long can an old man keep wearing a little bird suit and shaking his rear end? And be treated the way that I was treated last week. And I said, well, I don't know how much, wasn't fully retiring or whatever, but at least, reining it in a bit. Pulling back just a little bit, enough, I had a lot of questions about my future, where I was headed, what did I want to do, what did I want to accomplish before it's all said and done. I'm getting up in an age, you got to make some decisions when you getting closer and closer to that door. You got to knock on, and he got to come out and let you in, hopefully. Before I get up that door, what I want to do on the way, So I sat down. I mentioned some of these problems I had with Gumby, and he talked to me, and he told me about these events, and he said, as far as he is concerned, these would be safe. They'd appreciate to have me. They want me. And I'm going to say, I ain't saying a whole lot of money, but they're compensating me for my time. I'll say that much. I'm looking forward to going. And he won't be there. He can't be there, unfortunately, for this. He's dealing still with the lawsuit, trying to sue the original Booty Bird. I don't know how that's coming along, but good for him. He said, I trust his judgment, his legal expertise. He's going to have to keep doing that. He did mention something, and I feel weird about talking about it on here, but I was going to ask you about it, because I think you said something about it a while back. We got most of all of the letters and cards are all positive. Again, the ones that he lets me see. There was one, he said we should just take a look at it. I don't know if he said not necessarily going to go to the authorities, but just, keep an eye out for this. And it is a costume rental place, and I think that we got this Booty Bird outfit from originally. It's been so long ago. My life changed so much since then, I can't really remember. But Gumby said he'd take care of it. But they gave us a message, a real threatening message, that if you go to this no-head feather fair, if you show up at that bird body only gala and you ain't wearing that head, which, of course, I ain't going to be, these things sound like I don't need to wear it there. So from what I'm understanding, it's not necessary. Of course, it's not necessary for Booty Man Bird to wear that head anywhere unless I want another lawsuit or something like that. I don't put that head on. But I guess when we ran the outfit that we had the head, and I don't know what I did with it. It's in the garage or in somebody else's car or whatever. But they said, if you go to these events and you ain't wearing a head, which, of course, I ain't going to be, why would I wear a head at a no-head feather fair? Why would I have that bird head on if I want to get sued again? Why would I put the bird head on and go to a bird body only gala? It says it right there. I ain't going to wear it. So, no, right now, I ain't going to wear it. But they said, you better have that head on, and if you don't have it on, we better have it. You better have it right here, returned, office, signed, dated, back payment, on and on and on. They're upset. They want this bird head, evidently. And I'll be honest, I don't remember where it is. Do you remember where it was? Last time you saw it, you said it. I said I would being silly. I think I said I'd kick it off in the street because I didn't want to wear it no more, but I was just joking. I didn't really do that.
I don't know.
But for the life of me, I can't.
That's all I got to say.
You say what now?
You better find it. That's all I got to say.
Well, I'm going to look for it. I don't know if I can't guarantee I can find it.
You better put your hands on it.
Well, how much, if I can't find it and I can't put my hands on it, how expensive it going to be? I just pay them off for it or whatever. I don't know how much is a bird head.
No, it's a lot. It's about honor.
What do you mean, honor?
You disrespected them.
What?
You disrespected the suit. You disrespected the bird suit gangsters.
Gangsters?
Mafia, whatever you want to call them.
Well, they talk like it. I don't know how they could be for real, but they seem to want to come off that way in that letter they sent us. Lord Almighty.
I mean, they're not real mafia. They're much scarier.
What?
I would just find that head or the suit or whatever the pieces they're looking for. I think, didn't you owe them a suit from back a long time ago anyway? Weren't they looking for?
Well, if I
you
did,
better
I ain't
do an accounting of everything you owe them.
I don't know if I owe them anything. They certainly are requesting, strenuously requesting, threateningly, I'd say, requesting that they get the head back, but they ain't mentioned nothing else. They said, if I ain't wearing the head, then it better be in their office. If it ain't on my head, it belongs to them, I said. So I don't, office, wherever their place of business, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm going to look for it. I didn't just think it's a little harsh to just come off to start threatening me for this or that. I had a rough weekend last week, people hollering and screaming at me, except for that squirrel and guinea pig, rats, mouse, whatever it was. They were good people. I wouldn't mind seeing them again. I don't know if they're going to be at this thing because I think they keep their heads on, so I don't know if they're going to. But please, if you're listening, a squirrel, a rat, I think it's a squirrel, and your other fur friend, if y'all going to, I'll look for it. You take your heads off just for this thing, it'd be fine. They wouldn't even take it off to eat the Hardee's. They'd hold the sandwich up, a burger up inside, a biscuit up inside the big head and eat it inside. Everybody got their own little life rules, you know what I mean? Everybody got their own little set of standards, and far be it from me to tell someone what they should or shouldn't do. But yeah, if it's okay if you take your head off for at least 30 minutes, an hour, I'd like to see you again. I just want to thank you again. I appreciate it. I tried to give them gas money. I tried to buy them Hardee's. No, sir.
This ain't misconnections. Just look for your squirrel friend on your own time.
Well, I don't know where I'd find them otherwise. I just, if they listen
if
on here.
I were your squirrel friend, I'd be like, stay away, Jackie, because you're going to get cut down by the bird suit gangsters.
What?
Don't endanger. This is not a time to be making new friends. Because they'll come after them.
Well, they made friends with me. They come out to help me out. I'm going to have to hoof it. And they nice enough to give me a ride. And I'll look for the head. I will. I'll look for it. I'm not just saying no. I'll try to find it.
That squirrel. You should get the squirrel to drive you around as Grand Marshal.
Well, if you list a squirrel, sure. Come on down. Drive me around. Well, yeah, if they're going to make me walk through a whole parade, it ain't happening. My knees give out after a mile and a half, maybe, if I can make it that far. I don't know. You know, bird feed is hard to, you have to walk, you have to wide stride, you have to really reach out, and bird foot so big, makes you walk different with them on your feet.
So that is bird feet. What is it? Head? Bird
Persuasion. Persuasion website, magazine, label it. Look for Booty Man Bird. He's going to be in there shaking those tail feathers, everything else. It's going to be a good picture display. I don't know what you would call it. It's just, what do you call it? Just a photo shoot or something? I don't know. But it's going to be in there. I'm going to be Booty Man Bird, and all his glory is going to be there. So look for that. But yes, also, it's not necessarily I'm a sponsor, but sure, if y'all going to be free this coming weekend, I will be the Grand Marshal at the No Head Feather Fair. I will be a special speaker at the Bird Body Only Gala later that evening. And if you're listening, costume rental place, gangster or not, I'm going to try to do what's right. I didn't think it was right of you to threaten me, but I am going to try to find that bird head. I don't know where it is. It might be in the garage. It could be somewhere inside. I don't know.
I would just tell them you know exactly where it is. And,
well, I ain't going to lie. I'm going to do the right thing. Well, the right thing is never lying. Never lying is the right thing.
Lie is just giving you cover so you can leave the country if you can't find it.
I ain't leaving the country. I'm either going to find it, give it back to them, or, figure out what kind of compensation I need to, whatever I need to do to make it up to them, get a new one. We'll straighten it out. Me and Gumby will help me. We'll figure it out.
Oh, Lord. Well, Jackie, I have a sponsor this week that I think you're really going to like.
Man.
I mean, look, Jackie, I know this is going to seem like I'm just saying like basic information that everybody knows. It's no news to you that we live in the brushy slums.
Yeah. I'm tired of living in the brushy slums. Far back as I remember, things have been awful here. It's been terrible, and I am where I am. I got to live where I get. Some people just can't pick up and go move wherever they want to. I'd be happy to leave brushy slums, but I can't leave my fan base, Booty Man Bird. They all in this general vicinity, and bless your hearts, I wish y'all didn't have to live in brushy slums either. But what little joy I can bring to people while we're suffering through brushy slums, so be it. I'm going to put this bird suit on. I'm going to leave that head off. I mean, I'll try to find it if I can. I'll give it back, but otherwise it ain't going to be on my head. I'm going to bend over and shake them tail feathers, and I'm going to say booty, booty, booty. That's all I can do. If, a brief little moment of levity I can bring to people here in brushy slums, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to keep doing it. So bless your hearts. Love each and every one of you. Thank you all, my Booty Man Bird chicks.
I mean, they call Brushy, who rules over this failed despotic city-state, the joy destroyer, the misery slinger. Like everything you do to bring joy, he just ruins. Shit King Brushy.
Yeah.
He who ruins all. He just can't. I don't think he's got bad intentions. I think he's a nice guy. He just can't get it together.
I used to think what you're thinking, but things been bad for so long, I can't figure out how, you'd at least give up or try to do something different. But the way he does it, I think he's vindictive. I think I want y'all to suffer and act like I don't. I'm at that point now. 'Cause
Yep.
I used to be like you. I used to think, well, he's doing the best he can. He ain't doing no good, but I guess he ain't capable of doing good. But now he's doing so bad. Brushy Slums is so rough here. I think you have to purposely go out of your way to make stuff this bad, and that's what it seems like in that case. So I don't.
It is like Shit King Brushy takes and takes and takes, and then shits all over it, and then gives it back to you.
I don't want it back.
Right. It was better before you shit on it the other way.
It's always better before he doo-doos on it. Every time. Always better before doo-doos all over it, I think.
But when he says, I know, I'm sorry, I just feel like he means that. He just can't get it together. It's been like this for generations. For long ago, supposedly this land was known as Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You ever heard that?
That's a history book. I've been a long time, in the history books, you go back. Murfreesboro,
he tries to put in the history books like, oh, this was, I'm the first of my name and the last of my name, and I was here a long time ago. And he just makes it worse. Like he's trying to write history his way, and it doesn't make no sense.
Nope.
And when he draws the pictures, the anatomy's off, the perspective's all wrong. It's just he can't get it together. That's Brushy.
To me, it seems like what he's doing.
Yeah.
It seems like he's trying to make me feel guilty because he dooed all over everything. Why are you trying? I'm really sorry. Oh, I'm doing the best I can. You really shouldn't have to go through that. Well, no, I shouldn't. But you don't make me feel I didn't do it. I ain't going everywhere pulling my pants down, go bathroom on stuff. You're the one doing it. Not literally, but, in some cases, the rumored literally in a couple of situations. That's how you got that name.
I think in a couple of situations.
Not all everywhere. Like he literally walking to people's houses and going to the bathroom on things. But in 2 or 3 cases, there's some odd set of events where it appears. There's no other answer for it. That's obviously what it appears like the man has done.
Well, he seems a little confused. I think that how bad the Brushy Slums are is starting to get to him. He seems old and frail. Also, we're not talking about Joe Biden. We're talking about the Brushy Slums. We live here in the Brushy Slums, just eking out a meager sustenance. What a horrible world we live in. Joe Biden, sure. But we're talking about Brushy.
Yeah.
Shit King Brushy, the joy destroyer.
Big difference, yeah.
Can't get it together despite his best intentions. Terrible world, Jackie, day to day. Life here in the Brushy Slums is awful. I wish there was some way we could change it. If only there was something that we could do. I don't know. Go back in time and put things right or something like that. That's crazy talk. Well, is it?
Why?
Jackie, what would you say if I told you? Now, hold on. This is going to blow your mind, Jackie. But see, Brushy is not Brushy. He's not Shit King Brushy. Before, just a few days ago, he was God King Brushy.
What?
He ruled with an iron fist. He threw people in the Brushy gulags.
The hell
he wasn't perfect, but he made the trains run on time. We ain't even got a train now. We had that one horse they used, and he had to put that down, and he couldn't even do that. Remember that was rough when he tried to put the horse down?
Well, that was one of the situations where it appears that he literally went to the bathroom on something. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to get into details, but that was one of those incidents which doesn't make any damn sense to me.
Major fail.
Yeah.
Major fail. Here's the thing, Jackie. This is not the reason things have been going so wonky, Jackie, is because Brushy. Does any of this ring a bell for you? Sorry, I hit my microphone. That's probably Brushy's fault too. a lot of things have been going wrong, Jackie, because we've been traveling back in time using the oops rolls, which were developed by Dr. Limlamp. And so Brushy would go back in time, and then he'd fix a mistake, and he'd come back, and then the mistake Brushy would show up too. And we did that for several times. They're like, Brushy wanted to make his life as good as possible. He said, I'm going back in time too many times. I just want to go back to the beginning and fix it. So all the Brushies got together to write a book, a sort of a training manual for baby Brushy. And they took that baby Brushy book back in time to give to baby Brushy. And then that's how he became the damn,
What are you talking about?
But Jackie, the reason things have been going so wrong isn't just because Brushy's a fuck up.
Hey,
with food all over his beard.
Watch your mouth. Yeah, he does got food all over him, yeah.
It's because Dr. Maxine Limlamp, who created the Oopserals. Did I mention the Oopserals? So the pants that take you back in time so that you can fix your mistake. It's less of a time travel than presenting you with an opportunity britches, she almost called them. But they're Oopserals.
What?
Fix your mistakes. That's what Brushy's been using to go back and fix his mistakes. We didn't know that Dr. Limlamp's enemy, Dr. Vanessa Desk.
Who?
Dr. Vanessa Desk, the creator of the Mess-em-ups. Really comfortable flannel shirts, quilt-like. She's always like, messing with forces. Everybody's like, you're messing with forces. Dr. Limlamp's like, I'm just giving people opportunity britches. Or maybe Oopserals, I haven't decided yet. This was a few years ago. She eventually landed on Oopserals. But Dr. Vanessa Desk said, this is something I think it's too much power for one person to have. So she worked on creating very comfortable, opportunity dampening shirts so that if you get the opportunity to go back in time and fix some mistakes, it's not going to go exactly the way you want to. That way, it's just sort of a checks and balances thing. And most importantly, she got them into Walmart because they're so comfortable. On the chance, she's like, well, where do most people buy their clothes? Target, Walmart. I'm going to get my shirts in there. She really learned a lot about manufacturing, about designing clothing, comfort, durability, fast fashion, environmental concerns.
What?
So it just happened, of course, that all these shirts that Brushy wears are mess-em-ups. Created by Dr. Vanessa Desk.
Mess-em-ups?
Dr. Limlamp's enemy. So that's why when they went back and there's two things going on. The mess-em-ups definitely created an aura of inevitable fuck-up.
Hey.
That was called the fuck-em-ups.
Watch your mouth.
But she knew she'd never get into Walmart with a name like that.
Well, I would hope not.
The other thing is when the Brushies all sat down and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's write a book and we'll give it to the baby," and then of course it just like fucked him up, made the baby like a terrible evil dictator, and they're like, "Oh well, let's go back. We'll keep the baby from getting," and then it just made the baby sad. Like nothing you can do. You can't fix your past. You got to let it go.
What?
That's what finally once. Tuna Beard Brushy rescued Dr. Limlamp from the Brushy gulag last week, and then they figured out a way to get back there, and then they had the big standoff with Dr. Vanessa Desk, and then they decided they were all really kind of working for the same thing to make sure that the future is bright and that we move past and forgive ourselves for getting some mess on our beard. Who cares in the long run, Jackie? I think what's important is that we don't live under the cruel fist of a God King Brushy.
God King.
Or the screwed up fist of a shit king brushy.
How many times I got to tell you, I know you're going to do drugs no matter what. Just don't do so much of them before you get on here and start running your mouth.
Listen, I got one more drug-like thing to tell you. The problem with going back in time, though, even though these are really opportunity britches, is that you can only go back so many times. What Dr. Vanessa Desk realizes that the universe itself provides an aura of inevitable fuck-up.
Hey.
It's like when you take a sticky note, like let's say that you write dentist, April 4th. And then they move the appointment. So you take the sticky note off the wall, then you write on it again, you stick it back up on the wall. You can only do that so many times. So we only have so many times to go back in time. Hey, that's pretty good. So many times to go back in time and fix Brushy. It's also why things tend to get worse and worse every time we go back. So we got one more chance, and we think that with Vanessa Desk, Maxine Limlamp, Brushy, all the other Brushies, Baby Brushy, all working together. We got one shot, one last time. Because after this, we may not be able to go back even a few minutes to mop some tuna helper out of a beard. So if you ever wanted to go back in time and fix anything, Jackie, and honestly, there's a long list.
All right. I don't want to go back in time. I don't want to do whatever drugs you're doing. Look, is there an age cutoff for rehab? Because you need to go get dried out or something. You just on here making a fool of yourself, and no one wants to just hear drugs.
Listen, all I'm going to say is when we go back in time, I'm going to look for that bird head because you're going to be in big trouble and we ain't going to be able to travel back in time to fix it.
Just look for it regular time. Why do you go back in time? Look for it. Look for it now. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, that would be simpler. Maybe we need to work on simplicity.